Going to wake up, my darling. It's getting late, Poppy. It's gone 7:30. Delilah's refusing to get out of bed. I don't blame her. She wants to get out when it's cold outside. Also, how gorgeous is this sunrise? Look at that. Look at that pink sky. Popped a bit of honey and you've got that new blueberry boy. I can't do it. Morning. Morning. Sleepy sausage. It's a toast for me this morning. I've got to eat it fairly quickly. In about 10 minutes I need to get on with doing Delilah's hair and getting her dressed. Can you hear our fridge? It constantly just whirs like that. It's so annoying when I'm filming. I forgot to set an alarm last night. Luckily, I woke up at 6:30. It's a little bit later than I wanted to wake up. Good job I didn't oversleep. I should set an alarm for every day, but the thing is I set my alarm for different times depending on how ready I need to get. Does anyone else do that? Do you think, oh today I've actually got to put makeup on and get myself sorted so I'll get up earlier? And then on other days you set your alarm much later because you're having a makeup free day and all you're doing is shoving some clothes on, you don't really have to think about it.
What does the sound out?
Oh, that says hello. Left. So when you walk into the house. She's got a friend coming round tomorrow for a play date.
And it's...
Yeah, I know.
And that's my friend.
She is your friend and she is so very excited, aren't you?
She's excited to come sleepover when the germs have gone.
You've arranged that when there's no germs, you all have a sleepover as well. I like that you make these little arrangements together. You're so cute. Do we get you to school, Possum? Yeah, come on then.
And then she's gonna come after one more sleigh.
Exciting!
Yeah! Are you excited, Mummy?
I am. I'm really excited for you. You're gonna have so much fun. You know it's officially cold when you can wear a big coat and jumper and not get hot. I've got this on, which is so warm, with this jumper again, which is very warm, and I'm not too hot. I'm going to spend the morning editing, and then later I'd quite like to knit to a home-based B&Q, one of those. I always get confused which is which is the one that we go to, because it would be good to get the trim for the fireplace bought. I also want to find a hook for the hand towel in the bathroom, and also we'll need to get some more cove-in for when we do this area of the kitchen. When the previous owners installed it, they didn't actually put any cove-in here, so when we take this off we're gonna have to fill in that gap there. As I thought not much is going to be happening today, I've taken to Instagram to ask for some questions, and I thought I would do a Q&A later. I'm going to share that and then hopefully I'll get some questions. Also, love this filter. How cool is that? I'm quite liking the pink hair. That's another Vlogtober edited. I'm sure I'll spend forever uploading it and filling out the description and whatnot later, but the vlog is edited. Before I get on with the Q&A I said I'd do, I've had a lot of questions. I thought I'd open this parcel that's just turned up from Lush and see what's inside. As always, big thank you to Lush who have sent these goodies over. I have a feeling it's some of their Halloween range. It's not even open and it smells incredible. Also, this year they have these new mask carrier things, so if you were to buy them in the shop you can put 2 bath bombs in there, but then you can also rip them off the card and use them as a face mask, which I'm sure Delilah will make use of. Oh, that one smells good. We've got a pumpkin, a bat. What's that remind me of? That smells very blackcurranty. Always end up getting this over the bed. This will tell me what everything is. Got lots of things in here. Oh, have I got a lot of Miss Rule? I've already bought one this year, but I think we've got one of my faves in here. We've got a Boo shower slime, which Delilah will love. She has so much fun playing with these in the bath. A very, very frightening shower gel. Lemon and fig. Here we go. Lord of Miss Rule. I just love it. Lip scrub. Toffee apple. What's this one called? This one's called Monster Ball. Where's my phone? Oh, I'm always losing my phone. Oh, there we go. I'm going to try and answer as many questions as possible. I'm not sure how many questions I've got. Oh yeah, just a few. I'm definitely not going to be able to answer all of these. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, if I can get to the bottom. First question, would you ever dye your hair? The ginger colour on the filter looks so good. I've gotten to a point where I think I've realised I'm probably not going to dye my hair. I mean, you know what? Things could change in the next 5, 10, 20 years. I may decide to dye my hair when I'm 50. But for now, I can't see myself ever dyeing it. The furthest I've gotten to dyeing my hair... What is that cat doing? There's a cat lurking outside and he looks menacing. What's he doing? Now, some of you were around for this when I had hair down to here and I bleached about this far up. I also dyed the ends lilac at some point and that washed out after a month. But that's as far as I've gotten. I've never dyed my hair and I don't think I ever plan on dyeing it. I have no idea what sort of grey my hair will go, but I plan on just letting it go grey and going with it, and I'll be probably quite happy for the change. As I've never dyed my hair, it will make a nice change. Are you looking forward to the Christmas period, even though it will be different to usual? Yes, I am. Maybe more so this year than I have in previous years, probably because it's that comfort, isn't it, that I think we've all been craving this year. And luckily for us, because it's Christmas with my mum this year, we alternate between Doug's family and my family every year. It will just be my mum coming round, so unless there is a really strict lockdown, my mum should still be able to come round. Fingers crossed it won't change our Christmas Boxing Day plans. What will happen will happen. But to answer your question, yes, I am. I am getting very excited for Christmas actually. I've said this in the last vlog, my voice is very croaky at the moment. I don't know whether it's because I'm just doing all this talking during Vlogtober. I had a couple of people ask me this. Where is your gold cutlery from? We have two sets. We have a set from H&M. It was a lot cheaper, but it hasn't washed very well. And then the other set, which is my favourite set, which is from Made, which is the one you're probably asking about. That was from Made. Got them quite a few years ago now. They've washed really well, and I also like the shape of them, whereas the H&M ones are quite square, and the Made ones they just feel very nice to use. Have you managed to get on with any wedding planning? This has to be one of the most asked questions, and kind of. We got engaged in early 2018. I mean, it's coming on 3 years now. This year we actually have found a couple of potential venues, but that's as far as it goes. We haven't planned anything else, I haven't planned a date. And obviously this year we're not going to try and book anywhere, because there are going to be loads of people trying to catch up on their weddings that they were meant to have this year that have been cancelled. So maybe next year we might book in somewhere, have a date, and then we'll take it from there. We've not been in a major rush to get married, because we just, we can do it whenever. And for us, there's other pots where we want to put our money. Mostly doing stuff around the house. We'll get there, guys, we will, and at least we've got some ideas of where we would like to get married now. Is this house your forever home? Yes and no. So I guess no is the answer. But unlike some people who might think, oh, we're gonna go in this house, do it up, and then sell, and then go to another one, and then do that up and then sell. We're very much in the mindset that we're going to be here for a long time, and then we may in the future, if an opportunity crops up, or we think, right, yeah, we've grown out of this house, then we're likely to move on. We're very much likely to be here for at least 10 years. I mean, that's the only way we're really going to profit from moving, because you have to wait quite a while for value to be added to the property first. In the future, I would love to have a period property that has a bit more character to it and is maybe about 50 years older than this property, just because I love the look of the houses and the way they're made and the features that they have. But with our budget that we had when we bought this house, we would have gotten the tiniest house. These houses that were built in the 50s are so spacious. I love the big open kitchen. We get so much light into the bedroom and the kitchen. The garden's south facing. We get the sun from the morning to the evening. So many aspects that I love in this house, like the view from our bedroom. So I'm really happy here. And in the future, if we think, okay, let's look at moving, we can maybe afford something in another price bracket, then we may look at this slightly older property. So no, maybe not our forever home, but definitely our home for a long time. Are you still in contact with any YouTubers you used to be friends with? Yeah, I mean, not on a meet up and hang out level anymore. I do still chat to vlogger friends via text and Instagram. Text, is it even called text anymore? It's via iMessage. Anyone you've ever seen in my vlogs, whether I was just vlogging or collaborating with them, yeah, I still chat with them. I never fell out with anyone. Would you ever consider growing your hair back as long as it was before? Absolutely not. I'm growing it out a bit now. I don't know when I'm going to stop. It's currently here. I may let it get to maybe here, and that's as long as I think I'd like it. And that's both from a visual point of view and a comfort point of view, because this is why I'm constantly putting it behind my back, because it is so much of it. I find it quite annoying. Do you have any changes to the house you want to do? There's a lot. If we had an endless supply of money, I would do all sorts. I would well, we'd probably extend up into the attic and put a bathroom up there and just make the downstairs bathroom a loo and shower room, and then have a nice bathroom upstairs and an extra room. I would redo the bathroom. I'd get a new kitchen. I would replace certain bits of furniture, and I would get lots of gorgeous prints for the walls that I have my eye on. Stuff we're going to be doing in the near future are kind of smallish jobs that we'll do around the house that will just make that bit of difference. Like, we're going to do some tiling and put some more shelves up in the kitchen, and then next month we're planning on doing a makeover in our bedroom, and we have a new bed come in, and we're going to do a few things in there. We're going to do the wood floor. I'm very, very excited about that. So yeah, we have lots of plans, but these things take time, don't they? What's your plans for your birthday this year? It's funny you should say that, because yesterday I booked in at the same place we had a meal last year. It's a place called Small Holdings. I don't quite know where it is. It's local. It's about a 20-minute drive from us. Couldn't book on my birthday, which is probably a good thing, because it's on a Monday. Doug will probably be quite tired once he's back from work. So we're going to go on the Sunday, and we're going to go at lunchtime, and we're going to celebrate then. And then on the Monday, when it's my actual birthday, it'll just be me and Delilah at home in the evening. Doug and I will probably have a nice meal, maybe get takeout, watch a film, be all cozy. I mean, it's 4 days before Christmas, so we'll probably whack on a Christmas film. And yeah, so I mean, not huge plans, but I'm really excited for our meal out on the Sunday, because the taster menu at this place is incredible. We're scrolling through all the questions, and then my camera cut out. Find some more questions. There were so many good questions, and there's just no way I can answer all of these. There are hundreds. This is an often asked one. Does Delilah have a vegetarian diet too? I'm actually pescatarian, not vegetarian, although a lot of people assume that, because most of the time I'm eating vegetarian. I probably have fish twice a week. It depends on the week, doesn't it? With Delilah, she eats whatever. At home, because I don't go out and buy meat, she does primarily eat, my voice is getting so croaky again. She does primarily eat a pescatarian diet too. When she's at school, she can pick whatever she wants, and when we're out and about, if she, I don't know, say if we were in a restaurant or at Doug's parents, she'll have meat if she picks it. Then I'm just gonna let her decide what she wants to do. When she's older, she's starting to realise that certain meat is from animals, and trying to get her head around that. And I do notice whenever she's had, say, meat sausages that aren't Quorn or Linda McCartney sausages, when we're out, she doesn't like them, and she likes Quorn mince, so fake mince, but she doesn't like proper beef mince. I think it's a texture thing. We'll see what she does. I'm not gonna hold it against her. She can eat whatever she wishes. Oh, as we're on the subject of Delilah, I did say in my Instagram stories not to ask me questions about if we're having another baby. I hope it didn't come across rude. I only said it not because I was avoiding the subject, but because I didn't want all the questions to be when you're having another baby and it making it hard to filter through those questions. I mean, this is something like a talk about for a long time. There are lots of avenues I could go down, but the main answer is no, we don't plan on having another baby, and the main reason being we just don't have that urge to. Neither of us have an urge for another one. I always said I wanted one or two kids. I think maybe at one point I said 2 or 3. Had Delilah, and I don't have that urge anymore. She's fulfilled that in me, and actually I quite like our trio. Now, of course, I'm not saying you weren't happy enough with one child if you decided to have another. Absolutely, that's not what I'm saying. It's just this feeling that I have. I just don't personally have that urge. It's a tricky topic because Doug and I, we're not trying for another one, but could you imagine if we were, and people almost every day are saying when, not if as well, just assuming. It's so normal for families to have 2, 3, 4, 5 children that people just assume that you'll have another one. People ask you when, not if. And could you imagine if we were trying and we were really struggling? And that can happen. Like, we got pregnant like that with Delilah, but you can then get infertile after having your first child. Luckily we're not going through that, but there are going to be other people that will have fertility issues, and questions like that just hurt a lot, because they're probably thinking, well, we're trying but we can't. Obviously, if you've ever asked me that question, it's fine. It's just it comes with the territory of YouTube. Our family do it. I mean, they did it for quite a few years and then realized that we probably weren't going to try for another one and then gave up. But yeah, I do think it's something you have to be wary of, because you never know someone's situation. I do get made to feel guilty though, because I get questions asking, when are you going to give Delilah a sibling? Like, oh, poor Delilah, she won't have a sibling. It's not just about the kid, and I can't just go, oh, here, Delilah, here's a sibling. I've got to raise that child, and you have to think about the parent too. Do they want another kid, and do they mentally feel like they can they financially do it? All of these factors. Being an only child doesn't mean you're going to feel lonely and miserable, just the same as having lots of siblings means you're going to have a great life. There are probably plenty of children that have loads of siblings and they live in a really neglectful home and they're miserable and they don't get on with their siblings and they don't have a very good upbringing. It's all down to the upbringing. I was an only child. I was really happy. It wasn't even me, my mum and my dad, it was just me and my mum, and I loved it. My mum was an only child. She enjoyed it. You just kind of get used to what you know. Just like how some women don't want children, I myself am happy to just have the one. So there are so many women out there that genuinely just don't want children, and they're faced with, oh, you might change your mind. I think that must just be so annoying for them. I'm sure that there's at least a few of you watching this now thinking, yeah, I don't want kids, and I get that all the time. I mean, I always say never, but for now I'm very much happy with how things are. Although I do worry anyone watching thinking, oh, I wanted them to have another kid, oh, I don't want to watch anymore. Hopefully that's not the case. But here's a slightly quicker, light-hearted question. Where's your jumper from? This jumper is from Mango. It's very warm. I really liked the sleeves. What helps soothe you when you're having a bad mental health day? Without going into it too much, because Delilah will be home from school soon. I think for me, it's just making sure at the end of the day, I watch something on the telly, try and switch off, and by that I mean maybe just like focus on the telly rather than telly, phone. That's such a bad habit of doing like the phone and the telly. Really simply just making sure I get into bed early and getting a full night's sleep, because sleep is so important. I mean, just full stop, it's so important. But I find that I'm really affected by the amount of sleep that I get, and I could be having a really happy week, and if I only get 7 or less hours sleep, if I get 5-6 hours sleep the next day, I will feel so grumpy and miserable. Even if I don't feel tired, which I will do because I need at least 8 hours sleep, but even if I didn't feel tired, I would feel niggled and anxious. So I know that if I get a good night's sleep, then I should feel better and refreshed in the morning. And I think as someone who's a perfectionist and an overthinker, you wear yourself out a lot day to day just from constantly having the little cogs in your brain going around. Things like getting a good meal and having a shower and workout. A workout's a really good way to just boost those happy feelings. That's a very quick, short answer to that, but I hope that was helpful. Oh, I like this question. Do you have a band / artist that bring back happy memories? Oh, so many. I mean, obviously if something pops up on my phone or when I'm listening to the radio, something like music just instantly will take me back. Anything that takes me back to about 10 years ago, or when Doug and I first started dating, or back to when I was about 16, like MGMT and all those kind of bands. That gives me happy, nostalgic feelings. When I think of bands like Paramore, I think of all the many times that my best friend and I would listen to them and dance around in the bedroom, and when we went to London together and we got terribly lost. We had no idea where we were going. We stayed overnight in a hotel. We went to go see them, and I'm trying to think. It's hard to pinpoint specific bands right now. Any shows, movies, books you've been loving recently? You know what, there were a couple of things we watched on Netflix that I really wanted to tell you guys about and I've forgotten. One of them is the Falcon, the Peanut Butter Falcon. Is that right? That was a fantastic film. We also just finished watching Emily in Paris. I was far too invested in that, and I didn't realise that when we watched the last episode, that it was the last episode. I was gutted. I think we've probably got 5 more minutes until Delilah's home. Let's see what else you have for me. I would love working from home, but do you ever miss working outside? Yes, yes. There are so many benefits to working from home and doing YouTube. However, I crave seeing people every day. As much of an introvert as I am, I miss having work colleagues. It is healthy to go out the house, go do work, and mix with people. Even if you're not nattering and socialising, it's just being around others and then coming home. I do miss, but then you give up a lot of freedom when you're out being employed by someone else. It's pros and cons, isn't it? But yeah, I do miss it. I wouldn't say it gets lonely, because I do like my own time to myself. It would be nice to actually travel, go to work sometimes and be on a team. I miss being on a team with people. So yeah, I guess you would say I do miss it. Will you be doing a wrap with me vlog this year? It is nice to do, and I've got to get that vlogmas content, which I will be doing vlogmas, definitely. I like filming wrap with me's because I know that you guys stick them on, and even if you've seen me wrap in the same way the previous years, it's not necessarily about that. It's just about having someone on in the background wrapping with you. Someone's asked me what's my Myersbridge, is that right? Personality type. I've done a questionnaire before. If I remember, I will do it later on in the vlog. So I took the test and it turns out I am this personality type. I think I got a different one a few years ago, but then this one has cropped up twice. I did it on 2 different websites. Some of my traits seem to stick out more than others, especially this one down here, the 1% assertive and the 99% turbulent. If you want to read more about it, 'cause there's loads on it, I can leave a link to it in the description. Doug is always so calm and easygoing. He is the calmest person ever. He's the complete opposite to me. He's not a worrier, he doesn't overthink. He's just like, yeah, he's just calm and cool and collected. I guess it's good. It means we balance each other out. And in earlier years of vlogging, a lot of people took that as him being disinterested, not wanting to be in the vlogs, not wanting to be with me. But over the years, people have seen him in the vlogs more, and they've realised that it just is the way he is. He's just very calm. How has your mental health been lately? That's another thing I could spend 20 minutes talking about. But in short, okay. It's been really nice having a routine back with Delilah at school. I get so much from doing these every other day uploads. It gives me a sense of achievement, and I love the connection with you guys. I felt quite tense and uptight because the more I have on my plate, the more there is for my brain to process, because for some reason I could have the most chilled life ever, but my brain has to dissect everything, and it gets really tiring. It makes me really tense. I've actually got a headache today because I can tell I've been tense in my jaw, and my shoulders haven't relaxed my shoulders. I do it to myself. It's not, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying I have a hard life at all. It's just the life of someone with an anxiety disorder. That is literally, that's all it is. But I feel really happy at the moment. But my brain is ticking over quite a bit the last few weeks through no one's fault but my own. I'm trying to learn to do sort of tell myself to just process one thought at a time. You don't need to be thinking 20 steps ahead, 20 steps ahead. Yeah, so I'm good. I am good. Mental health is, for me, there was another question, I don't know where it's gone, about how long have I struggled with my mental health. Probably started to struggle with it from the age of about 10. It really starts to stick out from about 13, 14, and actually maybe before even 10. My mum said I used to have this nervous twitch where I used to roll my wrists like this, and I get them now. If I get really, really anxious, I click my fingers and I do funny things with light switches and stuff. I don't know. It's been a struggle for a long time. It's something I'm never gonna heal from, and I think that's what lots of people need to understand, is don't be harsh on yourself. Don't think, oh, when am I gonna get over this? Probably not, but it's something that you can try and learn to cope with, and that's what I'm trying to do. Doug and Delilah are home now. Oh, that was quite a serious note to end on. I want to find a better note to end on. Oh, there was a question about if I went to America, where would I like to go? I mean, it's such a big place, isn't it? And I've actually been. I went when I was 4 or 5. Doesn't really count, does it? But we, my mum and my grandma took me to Florida. Doug and Delilah are bringing the bins in. That's what's banging around outside. We went to Orlando, Florida, and I went to Disneyland. But if I had to go somewhere now, it would... Hi, gorgeous! I've got, you've got that chip book, Biff and Chip or something. Oh, okay, well, we'll read that book later, shall we? I've always liked the look of San Francisco. I feel like that's a place I would like. Obviously, I'd love to go to New York just to say I've been to New York. I know Doug would really like to go to the national parks. And it's just so many places. I mean, of course, I'd like to go to LA and just experience places, but if I had to pick one place, it would be San Francisco. Hi. Have a good day at school.
Yeah.
Want to decorate your card for your friend? I think we need to go into town, because I need to go to the post office. I hope you guys enjoyed that Q&A. I had quite a few questions asking if Doug and I will ever do a Q&A, because we used to do like boyfriend tags and Q&As and all those videos back in the day. I have been thinking of doing one with Doug soon. It's just finding the time that we're together, and then I think, oh, let's film. I've got a coat that I sold on Depop that I need to take to the post office. So we're going to do that now, and I've also got a order to collect from Oliver Bonus.
You just stick that next to your drink?
Yeah.
And then he'll take it out.
Thank you very much, you too. Getting distracted by all the Christmas stuff.
Come on, careful.
Just having a quick snack. And from Oliver Bonus, I picked up this oil burner. I bought myself some wax melts, and I didn't have anything to use them in. I searched high and low, and I found this one on Oliver Bonus. I initially saw one which was gorgeous, and it was an old Oliver Bonus one which they don't do anymore. Still thought this one was nice. As lame as it sounds, I'm very excited to try this later. I can of course leave a link to it in the description. Just about to stick some dinner in the oven for Delilah, and whilst it cooks she's gonna have a bath.
Pumpkin.
Which one would you like? Pumpkin. Okie dokie. Oh, delicious!
Smells like orange.
It smells so yummy. Whoa, that was a big splash. It got me.
It got me.
Bath bomb smells delicious.
Oh my god. Smells delicious.
It does. Bonus to the bathroom being right opposite my office is that I can keep an eye on her whilst I upload today's Vlogtober. Still need to do the thumbnail. I'm just going to fill out the description.
What do you need help with? I'm sick. Okay, have some medicine. Her medicine. No, sick medicine. Who was sick? Here. There you go.
You look like a worm.
dinner. Is my dinner funny?
let me brush your hair out and then you can have dinner, okay?
Okay.
Go get your jammies on.
Yeah.
Go.
I know. Oh, yes, a breeze.
Yeah, I told you.
Hi, look. I'm brilliant. I have a holder.
Your feet?
Yeah.
I don't want your stinky feet around my camera.
And the phone and people is around the city that I don't know and know.
Oh,
Don't know and know.
I don't know what you're going on about.
Night night. Goodbye.